Hello everybody and welcome to Assassin's Pride episode 5 anime review. This episode, while I did enjoy it, it sort of felt rushed in points. I think it was this series earlier on, people were like, they crammed in a lot, they're rushing it. This episode I kind of felt it, because you had like, there's a plot point over there and a plot point over there and there's a thing going on over here and also over there. It felt like they were cramming in this episode. It was still alright, it was still, like as an anime only, it was still fine. But I guess I could sort of see the rush, feel the rush, as they say. I don't know who says that, but I'm saying it now. But yeah, I did enjoy it. I liked I sort of liked the resolutions. See, Assassin's Pride is one of them shows where I feel like I'm usually pretty negative about it when I'm talking about it, but I actually think it's not that bad. I actually think it's all right. Maybe that's just me though. But yeah. Anyway, let's get right into the episode, see what happened and everything. Yeah, let's do this. Episode begins with our favourite teacher boy, and more importantly, favourite teacher waifu, talking to the old woman, the old headmistress of the academy that I forgot the name of. So that's a good start. Basically, like, the mistress, she's going like, hey, the tournament's still going on. We know there's a dangerous, she's not a criminal, dangerous assassin about that's trying to kill some people. But, you know, whatever, who cares. This tournament, this Lunar Legend tournament is very exciting. I know it's not Lunar Legend. I forgot the name. So, yeah, that teacher's an idiot. Also, more trouble going on. Melida and Ellie aren't talking to each other anymore because of last episode's thing. God, it feels like a long time ago, last episode, where she was like, hey, I'm going to lose on purpose. And Melida, you know, that's not ideal. She doesn't want that. That old woman, the nanny, the carer, the whatever, she's just being a dick. She's like, nah, Melida's the lame and Ellie's the best. So I hope she goes away at some point. I'm not a fan of her. She's an old dickhead. Melida's teammates sit with her, so she actually does have some people. Then we have this weird montage of them all training and hanging out and other good stuff. They go past like 3 days real quick. Later on, Kufa's figured out, detective style, it's like, well, here's the only time I left you alone, and it was after that you started acting weird. So something happened. What was it? And then she's like, okay, fair enough. She told me she wants me to lose. No, she told me she's going to lose on purpose. God, that's hard to say. Yeah, and Kufa's like, okay, just have a chat with her in the middle of the trial and everything. Get your point across, so then you could be friends again. Also, Kufa is like the smoothest dude ever. I mean, throughout this episode, he hits on like 3 women, maybe 4. This is going to turn into a harem show, isn't it? I mean, I don't have anything particularly against that, and I always had a suspicion it might. But because you got, let's count who we got. We got Melida, we got the other one, Rosa. We got, does Ellie count? She's not really into him yet. Keyword being yet, so I guess that's 3. No, that's 2. She doesn't count yet. Once she does, we'll count her. Who else is there that is into him? Into him, I'm saying also. And I realised there was a lot of dead air there, so we're gonna end that segment because I suck at counting apparently. Next day though, we're into the trial of the tournament of the battle royale of the thing. Is it a battle royale? There's team battle royale. I guess it is sort of a battle royale. That actually makes sense. Before that though, this part was the rest of the episode. Really, you got 2 perspectives. You got, here's what Kufa's doing, and here's what Melida's doing, and it kind of cuts intermittently between them, which is annoying because I like doing these things in sections, but my section's kind of messed up. So there's that. He and Rosa, he being Kufa obviously, they're working together, but he's going off on his own because he thinks he knows who it is, whereas he's like, you keep a lookout in case someone is any suspicion and then come find me, I guess. So yeah, they're doing that. They explain the rules for the tournament. You gotta collect medals, battle royale, Fortnite, all those other good things. Team Melida immediately runs into Team Ellie. This is what I mean about it feeling rushed. It was like, they're at the gates and they've run into him, you know, immediately. That's not how. I thought there might be like some smaller battles going on as well, but it's just straight into the main dish, if you will. her teammates, Melida's teammates, hold off Ellie's teammates so Melida can fight Ellie 1v1 me, bro. Meanwhile, Kufa's found the fire girl, who's called Madia. You know, I remember. I think that's right. If that's wrong, oops. But yeah, he found her. It's the girl that spoke to Melida last week, who I didn't write the name down of. That's another thing. We'll get to it later on, but they just like throw a bunch of names at you, and I'm not gonna remember them all. I've not remembered them all. I'm gonna be completely honest. So if they turn into important characters, I'll learn the names then. Until then, they are just characters. Ellie and Melida have a little bit of a fight. The fire girl has got something in her bag, which is dangerous, and then he like bowls her over, and they start flirting a little bit. And then Kufa realizes because of her, she's got like an advanced class or whatever, so it can't be the imposter. And yeah, so Kufa's done as silly. Then he runs off, and she's like, "Oh, so scared. Glad this thing didn't break. What could it be? Is it a crystal ball? Is it a shard of glass? Is it a bag of crisps? It could be anything, really. Who knows? You ever sat on a bag of crisps? You're like, oh man, I can't wait to eat these crisps." And then they break. Well, not break, but they pop and they crushed. And then I don't like crushed crisps. I like them when they're big, like that. Doesn't matter. Back to the episode. Ellie and Melida are having a fight. Ellie says that she wants to always be below Melida. Like, she doesn't want to know that... She doesn't want to find out for sure that Melida's stronger than her, weaker than her even though she already knows that. Melida then disarms Ellie and then wins the fight and says, "I'll always be a step ahead of you, I'm stronger than you." Again, this felt really short, this fight. It was like maybe, across all of it, maybe a minute or so, and it felt like it should have been longer for what they were going with the old big resolution of this fight they're having. You know, it felt a bit short. Maybe that's just me, but that's what I thought. But and then they have hugs and everything, and there's nothing could possibly go wrong now. Everything is right in the world. Should have mentioned also, the person Kufa bowled over turns out wasn't Madia. So oh no. It turns out that the Nerva that is accompanying Melida, it was Madia the whole time. Well, I say the whole time. Was she Madia the whole time, or was it just for this bit here? Because if it was her the whole time and Nerva is still a dick, you know, that would be cool. But I think it might just be for this one day. Like, I think it was regular Nerva beforehand, but this one was Madia Nerva. I think. They don't explain it, so I could be completely wrong. Who knows? She attacks the girls. Melida tries to protect Ellie, and you know, they both get sent launch flying because Madia is on a completely another level to them. Also, I'm assuming she might be like an adult because of what happened at the post-credits scene, but she looks as young as them too. Maybe that's just me. Everyone looks really young in this show. Except the old woman, she looks old. But yeah, it turns out that Madia can speak the whole time. Which, why was she doing the flame writing then if she could talk? Surely the flame writing. She even says, "I can't be bothered to do this." So, why have you been doing it? It just seems like a hassle. Was it to make you look cool? I don't have an answer. That's a question I need answered. Like, what's the logical? Why would she? A little thicker like that has really bothered me, if I'm being honest. She destroys the ice statues, the guard things, but in her doing that, that allows Kufa and Rosa to get in, and Kufa beats her off screen and strips her cloak off screen. Feels like there's a, you know, and also they ended up in a forest. Like, that felt like there was a chunk missing there. Like, how did they get from point A to point B? Did I black out for five minutes? What happened? That was kind of weird. But yeah, basically, he gives Madia a letter to the boss, to father. Basically, this will keep you out of trouble. Here you go. Woo, and then he lets her go because they're on the same side. Yeah, I think so. This is what I mean when I was saying it felt like it was compressed and like they put a lot in, because I feel like a lot of this stuff could have been better explained. But you know, whatever. The girl from the other school one, I can't remember her name. She got like a ponytail. I think she's got a ponytail. The green-haired one. Is it green? We'll call it green. If it's not green, I've got vague memory. I don't remember her name because you know, she didn't do much this arc. I feel like they might have been more important than the anime showed. Maybe I feel like a lot of their stuff might have been cut, but maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? It turns out that the old woman, the maid lady, the nanny, whatever, she couldn't use mana, so that she shouldn't have been able to get in the palace to change the glass or whatever, to rig it. So she had help. Who helped her? That's the question. I don't know. Maybe it was that reminds me, at the very beginning of the episode there was a girl like tapping on a keyboard or something. It sounded like that. Maybe I didn't see who it was though. Maybe it was her, or was that the Madia? That might have been Madia actually. I don't know. That rich girl that Kufa bowls over earlier, she has a mana analyzer which lets her analyze the mana of everyone in the building, including Melida. She specifies Melida, then she says something to the girl next to her, and she's from like a big family or something. Yeah, they throw a lot of information and names at you at this part. Melida invites Ellie to her unit and she accepts, hugs again. Okay, so they're a tag team now. They're going to win the tag team championships of the realm. The realm? That works, we'll go with the realm. All's good. Post-credits scene, Madia becomes an instructor, which really I was a bit annoyed about, you know. I was like, does that make sense? Like, they know she tried to break in and kill people, and now they're going to let her just be an instructor? I don't know if I like that. It kind of, when they did that, that kind of solidified for me, oh, it's going to become a harem show, isn't it? Maybe that's just me that's getting that feeling, because I'm absolutely getting that feeling. So, yeah, that was the end of the episode. And as I said, a confusing episode for me, a mixed episode. I enjoyed a lot of things. The fight could have been longer, but what we saw, like the Melida and the Ellie fight, was good, but it could have been longer. Kufa and Madia, they should have had a fight as well, but we didn't see much of that. We could have seen the teammates fighting, you know? I kind of would have wanted to see more action-y stuff, even if... I mean, I think this show has alright fight scenes, personally. It's not like the best I've ever seen, but they're alright, they're pretty good. I like the like colour outlines they do when they power up. It's not impressive at all, but I just like how it looks. The glow is great. But yeah, I did enjoy it. It might sound like I don't enjoy it, and I might even be trying to convince myself I enjoyed it, but I have enjoyed it, I think. I say have, we're not even halfway done, so we've got a lot more Assassin's Pride to do this thing with. Yeah, I hope we learn more about Rosa. This episode, I was like, she's just sort of his sidekick now. Kind of hope she gets some time to shine. Hope Melida and Ellie, something happens with them, because as of right now, they've gone back to where they were beforehand. Well, anyway, let's end this here. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. I certainly enjoyed doing it. If you did, consider subscribing and liking and commenting and all those other things YouTube likes. I will see you next week for another week of this, and bye guys.